Welcome back to Boas and Balls. I'm Brent, and today I'm just going to show snakes that I feel that show the signs that they feel safe and secure. And if your snakes act like the snakes that I'm going to show you, which is probably at least 75% of my collection, I believe that my snakes show that they feel safe and secure with me. Just by the way they act when simple as going and open their tubs or whatever. See this guy? Oop, no, you can't. See this guy? He's actually in shed. And you see his reaction? There isn't any. I'm gonna pat him. See his head right there? Oh, when they don't move, when you open them up or go in their enclosure and they just sit here like this, that's a sign that obviously the first sign is when I first open their enclosure and they just sit there and they don't move. See no head coming up, propped up. He's just sitting there. See, petting him right there. This snake feels safe and secure. It definitely feels safe around me. That's why I always show tub reactions. This is Captain. You see him? He didn't even move. Now I'm going to pat him right here. And you see he barely moved. Why? Because he feels safe and secure. He's got no cares, no worries about me whatsoever. We have a good thing. I have a good thing with all my snakes. And there is other people out there. I got a new subscriber. He's got 13 snakes. He's got snakes just like mine. I'm not really doing anything special. This guy, he's in the back corner. Now I'm going to reach right in, pat him, and you see he really didn't do anything. Staring right at my hand. I'm not worried in the least. He's a little concerned, but he still feels safe. He's not balling up. He's going to come right out of it here in a second. I think that's also why my ball pythons move around. Because they do feel safe enough to be able to move around. When they're out moving around, they're worried about, something out there that they don't necessarily want them seeing them moving around. And all my snakes move around. They don't worry about, he's not going to go try to hide. This is Magnum. Sorry, he is a clown, Hephapied. He's a first-time dad. He's the snake that I paired with Duchess, my other clown, Hephapied female. We got 8 eggs from her, 4 were slugs, and 4 good eggs, and we got 4 good babies from them. Only 66% Hephapied though. But as you can see, I can do this, pat him on his head, because he feels safe. Safe and secure. And we're just going to keep doing that. Not necessarily going to take all of them out. But you see too, he didn't go try to hide. He's fine. He didn't run for the back. Another one. This is Blaze. See his face right there? He could bite me right now if he wanted to. Why is he not biting me? Because he knows that I'm safe. I'm safe. I'm a safe place. I'm a safe person. He knows he's got absolutely no worries with me. They definitely know it's not food time. I mean, it's what, 9:30, I believe. 9:30, 10 o'clock right now in the morning, a.m. Let's see if we can't. There we go. I know. Light in here sucks. But this is Blaze, and I've had him out a bunch, and you know that he's a good boy. But like I said, I'm gonna go through almost every one of my racks to prove that I don't have, you know, a bad snake. This guy's an Ixalan shed. He's probably, his eyes are probably, no, he's not in blue, but he's going into blue. And this is a new pickup. And you see him. He was already balled up. Yeah, it's not the most pleasant thing for him, but it's still not a big deal. He's not trying to run away, and he's not super balled up. He was like that when I took his hide off him. You know, no hisses. I mean, you know, and obviously mine all eat great. So, I mean, that's the biggest sign that tells me, you know, that my snakes are super chill. This is Apollo. I'm going to pull these ones down just because. And you see, what was his reaction? Nothing. You know, I can pull his hide off him. Watch me pull his hide off him. What's he going to do? Nothing. He's not even, you know, he's not really doing anything. Why? Because he knows I'm not a threat. And he feels safe and secure. You know, man, Apollo. Here we go. One's in his hide. Okay. What's he going to do? Is he going to run and hide? Nope. I'm going to sit right there. I'm going to put my hand in here. I'm going to pat him and look at that. What's he doing? Nothing. Why? Because he feels safe and secure. You know, I've gained their trust just by being he little runny there because they're putting the hide over the top of his head. But still, it's not a major issue. He's not throwing himself around. There are people out there literally that have snakes that when they open the tub up will run and slam the back of their enclosure, whether it's a tank or PVC enclosure, rack or whatnot. You know, some snakes will do that. If they don't feel safe and secure, they're not going to act like this. He's already balled up. You know, so I don't look at that as that was him, you know, unsafe or anything. Put my hand right over the top of him. You know, his head's right there, right under my thumb right now. You know, these guys just ate Monday. You know, that one's, that's Ziggy Pop. Here's Corona. Now she's pulled her head inside of her hide a little bit, but you watch. When I take her hide off, it's not a big deal. This is the one that bit my wife recently, within, what, 2 months ago or whatever. See how she's running away? Now this girl is a little shy, without a doubt. And that right there was a reaction you're going to get on a snake that's a little, you know, not quite sure. But it's never an issue for me. This is Corona. She is an Orange Dream Enchi. Het for pied, het for candy. And she really is a good girl, and she's beautiful. She's got beautiful oranges and yellows down her. See that blushing down her sides? But look, you know, she's all right. Not trying to get away. She's not bitey. She's not hissy. Good tongue flickers. You know, I'm not worried about this girl in the least, and she really isn't that worried about me. You know, you do take a chance sometimes. I mean, she might have been sleeping. Most likely she was probably sleeping. But watch how nice and slow she's going to go back. You know, see how nice and slow she goes back. Why? Because she knows I'm not a threat. I'm really not. And she knows that. She realizes that. Oh, here's Storm. See Storm right there by my thumb? See? She was right there, come popping right out. Look, the dog's saying hi to her too. You saying hi? Yes, bud. See? Snakes in my... Nope, keep your paw down. Jeez, he's gonna swat her right in the face. No, keep your paws down. Look, she's got no care. She could care less about the dog. Dog could care less about her. Actually, she's probably more interested in the dog than anything. But you see what she's doing? She came right out. When I opened her tub up, she was not worried in the least, even with the dog being right there. I mean, you know, she is a sweetheart. And yes, I don't go flopping them around. You know, I've always nice and gentle with them. You know, and it's just a respect thing. It's not that I do. Whoop, that's not that I handle them like this because you know, I'm worried about them biting me or anything like that. It's just a respect thing. I treat all animals like this. You know, and I will have the Savannah out again, and I will have my parrot out sometime in one of these videos. I've actually had a couple people ask about, would like to see my parrot. She's just a Senegal parrot. She's not like some big parrot. She's just a Senegal parrot, about the size of a Konya. But she's a good girl. She don't like anybody but me. She bites everybody else, has drawn blood on people. Not me. But anyway, this is Storm, and as you can see, I mean, I can pretty much do whatever I want, and it doesn't really stress them out in the least. I can have them out when they're in full blue. You know, I've actually helped some of mine shed when I've caught them actually shedding. You know, I've taken them out and actually gone and helped them shed, and it's fine. You can help them shed. You just don't want to. You don't want to be pulling the shed off before it's ready to come off. But once they've started rolling it, I just let them kind of slide through my hand, and I just use a little bit of friction and hold on to the skin. No, girl, you gotta stay in there. This girl would love to hang out all day long. She's very sociable. Most of my snakes are sociable. No, girl. I gotta put my hand there to keep her down because look, she's gonna come right back out. That's how, you know, safe this guy. See? Didn't even move. Didn't even move. The reason I did, these are some of my younger snakes. Captain back there, my black pewter, he's a 2019 snake, but most of the other ones are what, 2020, 21. These ones are only a year old, a little over a year old. Corona was a 2019. Storm's a 2019. He was a 2019. Twitch. See, what's she doing? Nothing. Reach in. What's she doing? Nothing. Sits right there. Pull her hide off her. What's she doing? She's pretty much still standing, sitting right there. You know, she moved a little bit because I put my hand over the top of her. But you see, she's not like trying to get away. She's not biting. She didn't hiss. You know, she might move a little bit when I go put the hide back over her, but you know, it never, you see her tail sitting there. She didn't go flying. You know, Vixen, she's right here. Reach in, give her a little pat. She's moving a little bit, but, you know, still not an issue. Oh, she's not bitey. I can stick my hand right here in front of her face. She's not biting me. You know, I have a wonderful relationship with my snakes. And this is just so I can prove. This girl was a new girl. And you see, she's fine. I'm starting to think she's got dreamsicle on her. That's an albino pied. There's Lucky. Lucky's probably my shyest male snake. Oh, what's he doing? Nothing. His head right there. right from my thumb. Oh, I'll take him out because I don't show him much, I don't think. This is Lucky. He is an albino Hertford. And he's got beautiful eyes. He's got like orangish pink. Orangish pink. Orangish pink eyes. You see those? He does. He's got beautiful eyes though. He's got great markings too. Maybe if I put my black shirt behind it. Behind him. He does. He's got beautiful bright yellows and cause those brighter yellows around the outside of his pattern. He's got really beautiful markings. It's washing out here though. But see, he's moving around, you know, because he feels safe enough that, you know, if he was totally stressed, he'd be balled right up and wouldn't be moving anywhere. Look, I can rub him on his head too, you know. But, and cause them eating, all my snakes eat great. They eat wonderful. I don't have any food strikes. And I mean, that is probably the number one, you know. He does go back a little faster than the rest, but he's not like bam, you know. I mean, literally Gypsy, when I first got Gypsy, the Firefly, when I put her back, she would go back so fast that literally she would slam the back side of her tub. I mean, slam it hard, you know, to the point where it would actually slide the tub back in some, you know. Here's Capone. What's he doing? Nothing. You know, messed his paper towels all up, buddy. You messed your paper towels all up, buddy. See, now he's facing my hand. I'm not worried in the least to him biting me. I'm really not. He's a really good boy. He's been nothing but good. He just ate Monday, so he's probably still just kind of hanging out, chilling from eating. This is Caesar, my pinstripe. I believe he's going in the shed. I'm pretty sure. I would have showed these guys first, but these guys, I don't want people to think, oh, well, you've had those guys the longest, and that's why they're like they are. And that's why I started with my younger snakes first. To show that it's not just because I've had these guys, you know, longer than I have those, why these guys, you know, my adults seem so chill. Even right now, this guy, he's my guy with Spider. You know, and you saw how fruited out he gets, you know, but you watch. He's fine. You know, he's fine when, you know, he really is. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's just got some quirks, that's all. But we still love him. We still love you, bud. We still love you. Look. See, his head stayed right there. I got some really sweet snakes, you know. And they were sweet in the beginning. You know, I haven't really done anything special for these guys. See her, she's still sleeping. She ain't even moved. She might jump when I actually touch her. And if she jumps, it's because she's sleeping. She was definitely sleeping. But you see, she's not moving. She could care less. She's like, oh, it's my person. It's my person. She could swat me right in the face if she wanted to right there. Sunny girl, what's she doing? Nothing. Nothing. Look, I'll reach right in front of her face. Right in front of her face. See? These guys are so good, and they're so used to me, and they're so used to me being nothing but what you see right here. You know, gentle. You know, I treat them with respect. Duchess girl, she is my, you know, my second most shy snake. And even this girl, head right there beside my thumb. She could bite me if she wanted to, but it's not even a thought for my snakes because they've never done that. That's never been a reaction of theirs since I've had them. They've never tried to bite me. She didn't even hiss. I mean, I've never heard any of my ball pythons ever hiss. I've only got 2 snakes that I've ever heard hiss. My Motley, my baby boa. Let's take her out. My baby boa here, Motley. This girl. See? What's she doing? Nothing. See? Her head's over here. I'm gonna reach in. I'm gonna touch her. She doesn't run. She's not trying to get away. She's not mean. She's not hissing because she doesn't hiss anymore. But in there, right in my face, looking right at my face. I'm not worried in the least. She's not worried about me in the least. I mean, literally, we do not worry about each other at all. She could care less about me. She knows that I'm not a threat. She knows that I would never hurt her in a million years. Now, I only have, this is what I have for experiences with all my snakes. And yes, I know I have a lot of subs that realize this, but you guys need to realize I do have, quite a few new subs that, don't know this. And I haven't had the opportunity to necessarily show it. Yes, they could go back and old videos and whatnot, but you know how it goes. A lot of people don't even go back and look at your older videos. They only start keeping up with your new stuff. So we're gonna end up going back over stuff repeatedly here because, like I said, I just want to show the good side of snakes and that they're not vicious, and that they make wonderful pets. Even if you're a little nervous or scared with snakes, if you have it in your heart that you'd really like to have one, you could have exactly what I have with mine. You just gotta figure out how to make them feel safe and secure. Once you've mastered that, once you've mastered making them feel safe and trust you, everything is downhill after that. Literally, I don't open a tub anymore and worry about a bad interaction. It's not even a thought anymore. When I go and open a tub, it's just I'm checking on and making sure that everything's perfect, or I'm there to take them out, or I'm just there to give them pats. I pat them all the time, like I say, and I get them used to my touch. Some call it desensitizing, and I just call it, showing some love. Because I do believe there is something there between you and them when you actually touch them. I think animals can tell right off the bat from one touch of us whether we're a good person or not. Animals seem to be able to read people really well. What? It's okay. My breath I might have breathed on her. Did I breathe on you? Did I breathe on you? Alright. This is Motley. She is a Motley. 100% Het T positive. 100% Het for leopard. And sometimes she'll go right back for me, and other times I gotta fight with her, but I think today's gonna be one of those days that she's probably gonna go right back for me, no problem. See how nice and slow she's going. I mean, because she's feels just as safe with me as she does in her tub. You know, she's getting a tub upgrade. I'm gonna put up a couple temporary tubs, some 32 quart tubs. I'm gonna have for temporaries to move a couple males up, so I can move my two fires up, move them up to a 23 quart tub. Oh, come on, girl. I know it looks like I'm just stuffing her in there, but sometimes it's what you gotta do. Which is, I still try to be gentle. Well, just toss their heads in there. Let's take out another boa to prove it's not just for people that are just new here. For you people that think that maybe I'm just home, you know, that's why I went through every one of these racks too. Like I said, I want to go through 75% of my collection just to show that I'm not honing in on certain snakes that I know that are chill and all this. No, when I say that all my snakes are chill, I literally mean that. We'll take Foxy out. Yeah, she's right here. See ya. Now watch, I'm gonna reach right in. She could bite me. See her head right there? She could bite me if she wanted to. You know why she don't? Because I'm not a threat. I'm actually a good thing. I actually think I am. I think I'm a good thing. When it comes to my snakes, I think they look at me as I'm a good thing. I'm safe. There's no reason they gotta worry about anything. No. Let's get turned around here. There we go. This is Lepra. Not Lepra. This is Foxy. Sorry. She is a hypo leopard. And I don't like this camera angle. I don't like being this way. Alright, girl. We gotta change some shit up here. Bear with me, people. I think the camera angle is better here. I think the color quality is better this way. I could be wrong. But you see this girl? You saw her reaction when I opened her tub up. She didn't move. You saw where I grabbed a hold of her right there where she easily, I mean, I was within an inch of her face. She could have easily just grabbed a hold of me, but she never has. You know, none of my snakes have actually, other than the ones that actually bit, you know, the babies. Feisty, when I first got her, I mean, she was young though. She was, you know, had just gotten out, only been here maybe 2-3 days. Actually, no, it was the first day, during her unboxing, actually, she took her first swipe at my face. And then it was the second time I took her out. She whacked me in my thumb. But it felt like a headbutt. It was really nothing. You know, she was so small at the time. You know. But the rest of my snakes have never even actually postured up and looked like they were gonna ever strike me. You know, so, and I think because it didn't turn into like a natural thing for them. You know what I mean? It didn't become like second nature for them. You know, biting and hissing and all that. I think that's why they don't. I think that's why it's not even the first option. The first option for these guys, if they felt uncomfortable with me, they're gonna try to get away. They're not gonna stand their ground and try to fight with me. It's just not going to happen, you know. But they don't run away from me, you know. They just don't. And I always have them up around my face, you know. I really do not worry about it in the least. Now, could they bite me? Absolutely. They're an animal. You know, I could do something still on a day that she might not be actually feeling it, you know, and she could bite me. But do I actually think she will ever bite me? I doubt it. I'd have to do something really stupid to get her to bite me, because she's just not gonna, you know. It's not in her nature. She doesn't want to bite, you know. You don't want to bite, do you? But she is so pretty. See that head stamp? See that head stamp? Oh, that's her tail. I thought it was her head. I was trying to... She's gonna come right up here now. Alright. And obviously you see me fight with these guys, you know. Anybody that's been here for a while. I don't normally have to fight with her. You know, she's really good about going back in normally. And you'll see, nice and slow. I make sure she's going back in though, because they will peek their head up. Oh, she did. She peeked her head up. There she goes though. Now she's going in. Good girl. Good girl. But see, nice and slow though. Well, I leave my hand right there. I'm not worried about her, you know, getting freaked out and coming back and whacking my hand or anything. Look at that beautiful tail. That beautiful tail. Alright, we'll take one more out and then we'll probably call it good. And then probably everybody get the gist of it. But I would say if your snakes are acting like mine, when you go in their enclosures or when you're interacting with them, you're doing everything just fine. You know, on top of that they're eating. That's number one. Number one thing, if your snakes are eating, that is the first thing that tells you that, you know, they feel safe and secure. But after that, it's all these other things, you know, when you open the tub up and you get no reaction, you know. See this girl? She's right there. Now watch, I'm gonna reach right in. She not, look, do you see her? She's not even trying to get away. It's a boa constrictor. Now, I mean, and this is my beautiful IMG Hypo Leopard. Hypo Jungle Pastel. She's a, let me do that again. She's an IMG Hypo Jungle Pastel. And she's got orange eyes, and she has got such beautiful orange eyes. And as you can see, she's got really nice iridescence, popping iridescence, which is pretty good for even indoors. But you should see her out in the sun. We'll come this summer, we'll take her out and we'll have her out and we'll do some videos with her out in the sun, because she is beautiful. Let me get this hand off you, girl. You see those rainbows right there? Probably not, because I can see them, so you probably can't. Try and get her to throw some rainbows for you. She throws them pretty good. As you see how nice and slow and gentle she is, right there at my face. I'm not in the least worried about it. Let's see, maybe if we back you up. Let's back you up. Let's see if maybe we can get some better colors out of here. I can't tell if that's better or worse. some of my videos seem like I put the camera in the perfect spot, and then other places it looks like I don't know, like it's the first day I'm shooting. But anyway, this is an IMG hypo leopard passed out, and another snake. I can touch her on her head. She's really good. She's never hissed. I've never heard her hiss. She's never even remotely close to looking like she was ever going to bite me. I would love to be able to tell people that, oh, they're never going to bite me, but they're an animal, and there is a chance that they could. And I don't want to be bit. I can tell you that right now. I am probably the one person on this earth that really does not want to be bit. But I'm probably the only one person out there that has snakes that actually feels like I'm never going to get bit. I know it could happen, but I honestly have it in my head that I'm not going to get bit. You know why? Because I have that special thing with animals. I really do. I do, and I always have. And I've always said that, if I could take an animal in and once it gets to know me, that's it. It's my animal. And I'm its person. I really feel any animal that and you see that I don't give any reaction because it's nothing. We all have moments where we trip over something and fall, and I just look at it like, that was just her like tripping up, tripping up, and it was not a big deal. Why? Because she has no concerns or worries about me whatsoever. I'm as safe as that tub. I'm as safe as her enclosure. Now this girl, can be a pain in my ass to put back, so we are probably going to sign off with her in my arms. But anyway, these are the signs that show me that my snakes feel safe and secure, and whether it's with me or their enclosures, my snakes feel safe and secure. Like I said, the number one thing is if your snakes are eating, then that is the number one thing that says that you're on the right track. Now, when you interact with your snakes and they act like mine, you are definitely on the right track. And I would just say, keep doing what you're doing. If you're not having these kinds of experiences with your snake, then there's something that you should probably obviously change up. And I'm not saying that you have to put it in a tub or change it that way. I'm just saying you gotta figure it out, whether it's dark, put something on 3 sides of your enclosure so they feel more secure. If you're in a glass enclosure of some sort that's all glass all the way around, then I'd put something on 3 sides to make them feel more secure. Add more clutter. It could be you. It could be as simple as you're the one putting your snake off. Everything could be fine as the enclosure's perfect, but for some reason you're putting your snake off. So you're going to have to figure out, and normally all I can say is handling your snakes is the best way to get them used to you and for you to prove to them that you're no threat. They're not really going to get that by looking out of an enclosure, and they're not going to get that from just you holding them while they're being clean. You're going to actually have to have them out, and you're going to have to prove to them that you are safe, that you are not a threat, that you're just as safe as their enclosure or their tub or whatever you're keeping them in. If you make them feel safe and secure, everything is going to seem so simple. I can't say enough how simple I feel snakes are to care for. They really are. because every one of my snakes acts exactly like all the snakes I just showed you. You know, and there's proof. I've got plenty of videos. There's 100 videos out now. Granted, like 25 of them in the very beginning were just my unboxings of snakes and this girl, and every snake that I own I did unboxings of. So I do have, it's not like I produced all these snakes and they were just used to me from get-go. No, 90% of my collection was bought from other breeders. So, but anyway, that's how I tell whether my snakes feel safe and secure. So with that being said, we're going to sign off, and we'll see you in the next 2 to 3 days. And remember, if you can't be good at it, people. Cheers.